everyone, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is the News Hour special edition this Saturday evening, and I'm Hina Gambhir. Viewers, sensational allegations of sexual harassment pile up against Congress MLA from Kerala's Palakkad. We're talking about Congress MLA Rahul. First, it was an actor and former journalist Rini Ann George who claimed that a young political leader from a prominent political party had sent her obscene messages and invited her to a hotel. Though she did not name anyone, there were speculations that she was referring to the Palakkad MLA. A day later, writer Hani Bhaskaran alleged that the Congress leader reached out to her through Instagram and made inappropriate advances. And then yesterday, a transgender woman came forward and claimed that Rahul once opened up about his rape fantasies and started sending her sexually aggressive messages. She says she alerted Congress leaders about this, but no one paid any heed. Faced with multiple allegations of sexual misconduct, this Congress MLA Rahul stepped down as the Kerala Youth Congress president on Thursday. But the ruling CPIM and the BJP continue to demand his resignation as the MLA and an expulsion from the party. Congress, however, is rallying behind its disgraced legislator. The party says it hasn't received any complaint against him. Hence, there was no need for him to resign as an MLA. To CPIM and the BJP, which have mounted pressure on the Palakkad MLA, the Congress party says these political parties should first look within before raising fingers on others. Listen in.
So far to the party, no complaint has come from any person, any woman or any family against Rahul. We will not there. That is why Rahul Mangotam has already resigned.
But he's still. But the opposition parties are demanding the resignation.
Look, opposition party may say a lot of things. I will ask the opposition party to look into their party matters first and then tell about Congress.
Are demanding the resignation of an MLA. How can they demand such a issue? The Yediyurappa, the former chief minister, he is involved in a POXO case. Still he is in the high power committee of BJP in the central level. Same level, there are so many CPM leaders are involved in the rape case. They are still continuing as MLAs.
Now, if backing the MLA surrounded by some serious allegations of sexual misconduct wasn't enough, Congress MP VK Srikandan launched a vicious and shameful victim shaming campaign, asking for their political background to be checked. He claimed that these women who have leveled allegations can be seen posing half-clothed with ministers and other leaders. Can you believe it? Amid outrage, the Congress MP retracted his remarks later. Listen in.
രാഷ്ട്രീയ പശ്ചാത്തലം എന്താണെന്നുള്ളത് നിങ്ങൾ കാണുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ. ഏതൊക്കെ മന്ത്രിമാരുടെ കൂടെയാണ് ഈ ആരോപണം പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ആളുകൾ അവിടെ അർദ്ധവസ്ത്രം ധരിച്ച് നിൽക്കുന്നത്? എന്താ ഇതിന്റെയൊക്കെ പിന്നിൽ? നിങ്ങൾ തന്നെയല്ലേ കൊടുക്കുന്നത്? ഇതൊക്കെ ഈ ചാനലിലൊക്കെ വന്നല്ലോ, മന്ത്രിമാരൊക്കെ കെട്ടിപ്പിടിച്ച് നിൽക്കുന്നൊക്കെ ചിത്രങ്ങൾ വന്നല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെയൊക്കെ പിന്നിൽ ആരുണ്ട്, എന്തുണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളത് അന്വേഷിക്കട്ടെ, പുറത്തു വരും.
മന്ത്രിമാരുടെ ചിത്രം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പ്രസിദ്ധീകരിക്കട്ടെ. അതിന് മാധ്യമങ്ങൾ അങ്ങനെ ആകാംക്ഷയോടുകൂടിയും പിന്നെ എന്ത് പിന്തുണയും കൊടുക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി തയ്യാറായിരിക്കുകയല്ലേ? അത് പ്രസിദ്ധീകരിക്കേണ്ട ധൈര്യം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മന്ത്രിമാർക്കെതിരെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ വെല്ലുവിളിക്കുന്നു. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള പിന്നെ എന്തെങ്കിലും കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പറയട്ടെ.
അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ന്യായീകരിക്കുന്നില്ല. കാരണം നിങ്ങളുടെ ചാനലുകളിൽ ഞാൻ കണ്ടു എന്നേ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഒരിക്കലും ഞാനായിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയതല്ലോ. നിങ്ങളുടെ ചാനലിലും പത്രത്തിലും ഇത് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയയിൽ മാത്രമല്ല, പല ചാനലിലും കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ അത് പരാമർശിച്ചു, ശരിയാണ്, ഞാൻ അത് പിൻവലിച്ചു.
And viewers, top Congress leaders remember rushed to demand justice when a 19-year-old was gang raped in Hathras, with Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi going to meet victims' relatives. Rahul held midnight candle march in protest against Unnao and Kathua rape cases. He questioned the alleged attempt to save accused in the Kolkata doctor rape and murder case. But when one of their own stands accused of sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, these cries for justice have fallen silent. Rather, we witness an attempt to shield the accused and discredit the victims. This leads us to ask, is this Congress's Nyay model? That's our debate on the News Hour. special edition this Saturday evening, and I'm joined by my guests. We have Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Abha Singh, who is a lawyer and an activist. We have with us Advocate Nikhil Jain, political analyst, joining me here in the studios. We also have with us S. Balan, left supporter, and Ravi Srivastav, who is a political analyst. Good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on debate number 1 tonight. And I want to start the debate tonight by giving each one of you 40 seconds each. Please stick to the time limit here. And I want you to tell our viewers how satisfied you are with the quality of Congress's response and the speed of the party's response after these allegations surfaced. Let's start with you, Advocate Nikhil Jain.
So, Mazina, the allegations are indeed very serious, and I feel any party, any political party on whose leader such allegations are placed, they must act. And what I see right now is that the Congress has acted. This person was not just an MLA, he was also the president of the Kerala Youth Congress. He's been asked to step down. Perhaps when the party does a proper investigation into the matter and they indeed do find him guilty, if they do find him guilty, they ask him to step down as an MLA as well. They are going to suspend him and remove him from the party. Now, just because some allegations have been leveled against somebody, I will not ask that person to resign as an MLA forthwith. Of course, there needs to be an investigation into the matter. The veracity of the allegation needs to be checked. If indeed the allegations are true, very strong action needs to be taken against this person. But what I see right now with the Congress is that they are moving forward on that. And just one small point that you mentioned about the gang rapes in Hathras.
I'll come to all of that in just a bit. Initially, I just want opening remarks from everybody on a very, very specific question. You'll get time to make that other point that you wanted to make as well. I know you were taking notes when I was giving my introduction in the beginning. Okay, Sanju Verma, same question goes to you.
You know, Hina, there are some instances when cutting through political ideology and setting aside political affiliations, you need to speak in one voice. And I think the Kerala Youth Congress leader, who's since resigned, needs to be condemned unequivocally, because there are 3 women who've come out in the open. One is, a noted actress from Kerala called Rini George. Another is a trans woman called Avantika Vishnu. And the third is another film writer from Kerala called Hani Bhaskaran. And they've all said one thing which is common, that this man, Rahul Mamkutatil, used to stalk women either on Facebook or on Instagram or on Telegram, and he used to brazenly solicit sexual favors, and when denied, he would threaten and say, you don't know who I am. You know, the typical attitude of, tum nahi jante ho, main kaun hu, tum nahi jante ho, mera baap kaun hai. And I would just like to end by quoting from the statement of Rini George very quickly. She said, I came in contact with this politician through social media. His inappropriate behavior began 3 years ago when objectionable messages from him started coming with rapidity. And when I informed senior Kerala Congress leaders, my complaints were ignored until the media stepped in and took cognizance. So the Congress party gave him a free hand till the Kerala media actually stepped in and unraveled the horrifying truth behind Rahul's sexual advances.
Okay, Abha Singh, how will you like to respond? How satisfied are you with the quality of Congress's response and the speed?
This is a very serious offense. I mean, not some allegation, but there are 3 women speaking up, and I'm sure there must be many women who have kept quiet for some reason or the other. The Youth Congress president stepping down is not the correct thing that should have taken place. Kerala police should have registered an FIR. Congress should have suspended him from the party, because you are a party which says ki hum ladki hai, hum lad sakti hain. So these girls, when they are ready to fight, they are ready to say yes, sexual harassment has taken place, stalking has taken place, then why not FIR, not only under the BNS but also under the IT Act, because he has cyber stalked them, he has given them indecent proposals. So I am not at all satisfied neither with the police action nor with the Congress party action. And also sexual harassment at workplace. These are, some of them are party workers and they are complaining against their own political leader. So I really applaud the women who have come forward, but they definitely need justice. An FIR should be done. He should be arrested and suspended from the party both.
Okay, he should be arrested, should be suspended from the party. These are serious allegations that have been made. Okay, S. Balan, where do you stand? How will you assess the response of the Congress party? Because we've spoken about big slogans, Ladki Hoon, Lad Sakti Hoon, women empowerment from the Congress party.
All that is fine. It's moral and legal. So nobody alleged registration of any FIR. It's only allegations coming in the media. If it is so, why no FIR has been registered? At the most, it is 66C of the IT Act and also molestation case. It's only an advances. No FIR is registered. See, now BJP wanted to have a pound of flesh from Congress MLA, but Yediyurappa, there was a charge sheet under section 8 and 9 of the POCSO Act. No action has been taken. Then a minister aged about 66 years tells a 26 years old girl to undress herself. That was recorded. Okay. No action has been taken. What I feel, crime, glamour, all politicians are making money and doing this. In Karnataka, Prajaval was convicted for the rape. Okay. And I think this Rahul need not be a Prajaval of the Kerala. No Prajaval we require. Any netas who wanted to play with the A+, L+ woman should be condemned. They should be sacked. They have no moral right to be in politics. If politicians are rapists and abusing women, that is not acceptable.
Okay.
The Congress should immediately kick him out. No tolerance, whether BJP or RSS or Congress or anybody else. No one have right to remain in public domain with this man appears to be very bad. Okay. There are as many as
so you're also agreeing with what Ms. Aba Singh has said here. He should be kicked out of the party. Okay, got your point. Ravi Srivastava, before I get your response on what Congress should do, I want you to tell our viewers within 40 seconds as your opening remark, are you satisfied with how Congress netas have reacted, how they have indulged in victim shaming also now, and are you satisfied with it?
Good evening, Hina. Yes, I'm not satisfied. There should have been done something more than this. But the fact remains is that so far in the public domain, no complaint has been filed, no case has been filed. Still, the person has resigned from his position and he is available. He has offered himself for any kind of investigation or probe, which should happen immediately. The act is condemnable, but it's all in the realm of allegations only so far. So the action should be taken. But as far as the party is concerned, I don't think that there is any need for resigning, because we have got BJP has got no moral high ground to take on this particular issue. It's a party of sexual predators. Okay. We have got from Chinmayan and to Kuldeep Singh Sengar to Manohar Lal Dhakad, we have got an endless list of the people from Braj Bhushan, Saran Singh, etc. who declared their position as such. And neither party took any action against them, including the Prajwal Ravanna, what my friend was just now referring. There is still a partner, is still an ally of NDA in Karnataka.
Okay, got your point, Ravi Srivastava. And before I go across to Advocate Nikhil Jain, I think Sanju Verma wanted to respond because two panelists on the debate tonight have raised specific questions of the BJP as BJP is demanding strict action in this case against this Congress neta Rahul. So Sanju Verma, your response first and then Advocate Nikhil Jain.
You know, Hina, I have been on a zillion debates on your channel along with you and your colleagues. During the Prajwal Ravanna case, before he was dragged back to India, I said, let the law of the land prevail. It does not matter that, H.D. Kumaraswamy of the JDS is in alliance with the BJP-led NDA at the center. And I'm so glad that, without fear or favor, The law of the land has prevailed and Prajwal Revanna is behind bars. Where is Kuldeep Singh Sengar today? He's behind bars. But can I say the same thing for the Congress? No, because don't forget, Priyanka Vadra broke police barricades and went running to Hathras, screaming, "Ladki ho, lad sakti ho." But Archana Gautam, the poster girl of Ladki ho, lad sakti ho, along with her father, was brutally thrashed ahead of Lok Sabha 2024 elections outside the Congress headquarters by Priyanka Vadra's personal secretary, and the entire Darbari ecosystem इनके मुंह में दही जम गया था. And very quickly, without being verbose, Jessica Lal, Kalpana Giri, Bhavri Devi, Himani Narwal, Naina Sahni, who are these people? All young Congress workers who are today no more. They were sexually assaulted, raped, slaughtered, and they have forgotten stories. And let me tell you one last point before I close my, intervention. Last year, in December 2024, there's a man who died at the age of 73. A man called P.P. Madhavan. Who is P.P. Madhavan? He is the personal secretary of Sonia Gandhi, or used to be her personal secretary for the longest time. And he was accused by a 26-year-old young Dalit widow that he established sexual relations with her on the promise of marriage and raped her for 10 years at a stretch. And Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi paid obeisance to P.P. Madhavan after his demise last year. इनके मुंह से condemnation तो क्या चूं तक नहीं निकला that P.P. Madhavan is a sexual predator. और यहाँ बैठकर Ravi Srivastava is giving lectures to BJP. Shame on this man.
Okay, we'll get Ravi Srivastava to respond to that as well. But before that, Advocate Nikhil Jain, in the last few days, we have seen this war cry in Delhi as well as Bihar by Rahul Gandhi, several leaders of the Congress party, vote chori. But it seems that the strategy of the party in Kerala is insaf chori. Why?
I'm not going to respond to such political rhetorics, but I would like your viewers
How is it a political rhetoric?
It is very clearly a political rhetoric.
How is it a political rhetoric? We are
talking about allegations of sexual harassment.
Every single day we are talking about vote chori. There are three people who have come out with allegations of sexual misconduct. No, one second. Advocate Nikhil Jain, I have a specific question. How is it a political rhetoric? Can you explain to our viewers?
I'll tell you why. What we're discussing right now are allegations of sexual harassment against a Congress leader. You are trying to somehow link it with allegations of electoral malpractices by the Election Commission of India. These are two very different things.
A war cry of the party seems to be vote chori. Every single day we hear it. But the strategy in Kerala seems to be insaf chori.
Is this what you want to do? Is this what you want to do?
The strategy in Kerala seems to be insaf chori. Why have we not heard anything
this
from Priyanka Gandhi Vadra on this? Why have we heard anything, not heard anything from Rahul Gandhi yet?
Hina, can I respond? Can I please respond?
Yes.
Can I please respond? Thank you so much. Now, you are saying that there is insaf chori that is happening by the Congress in Kerala. I don't agree with that, because this person has been asked to step down as the president of the Kerala Youth Congress on things that are just allegations at this point of time. There is no FIR. I'm not saying these things did not happen. They may have happened, they may not have happened. Investigation is definitely warranted. An internal inquiry by the party is definitely warranted, which is what they're doing. The first step is asking this person to resign and leave the post of the Kerala Youth Congress president. If the party in its internal inquiry does indeed find that this person was engaging in the conduct that has been alleged against him, I'm sure that he'd be asked to step down as an MLA of the party as well. He would be sacked from the party. But until that point, you cannot ask a politician to step down from every possible post, leave public life, just because there is an allegation. I am not questioning the victims. If the victims are coming forward, my inherent belief is that nobody is going to lie about something like this, but that is not how it is in politics. It could be a lie, it may not be. Let the investigation happen. Let an FIR be lodged. Let the police also investigate. Let this man be thrown in jail if he's been indulging in that. That being said, I want your viewers to very clearly distinguish and understand the difference between sexual harassment and sending unsolicited sexual messages to women on internet vis-a-vis molesting, vis-a-vis raping, vis-a-vis gang raping. What Prajwal Revanna did, what Kuldeep Sengar did, were cases of gang rapes. What Brijbhushan Singh, what has been alleged against Brijbhushan Singh, are cases of molestation of minors. You cannot compare these cases with this person. And let me ask the BJP spokesperson, what action has been taken against Brij Bhushan Singh? What action was taken against Kuldeep Sengar until the point that the court sent him to jail? The BJP was actually carrying out rallies in support of the person. The BJP was carrying out rallies in support of the person. And wasn't just a case of rape.
By the way, that comparison, Advocate Nikhil Jain, that you're saying is incorrect, was made by Mr. Ravi Srivastava only. Anyways, one second.
No, Hina, let me complete the point. I am not saying...
you said that these comparisons can't be made. By the way, those comparisons were made by Mr. Ravi Srivastava.
No, I am on the point of the response of the parties. In one case, you have a person who has gang raped over 100 women. In the other case, there is a person who has been alleged to have sent sexual messages to women. Two very different things. You can't compare the responses of the parties in these cases. The BJP did not do anything about Prajwal Revanna, and what Revanna was doing was an open secret in Karnataka for longest of time.
Fine. You've made your point. Sanju, 1 second. Abha Singh, you're a lawyer.
Allegations of the BJP.
1 second, Sanju. I will give you time to respond. Give me a moment, please. Abha Singh, you're a lawyer and an activist as well, on this panel this evening. How satisfied are you as an activist and a lawyer by the response that Advocate Nikhil Jain has given in this particular case? And also, I want you to explain to our viewers, where should people really go when we get a very standard response? There is no official complaint. How can these allegations be taken seriously? Same thing that was said during the debate in the beginning was said by Congress MLA also, Rahul, the one who's being questioned here. He had said that I challenged the person who complained against me to prove the case in court. No concrete complaint has been filed. It's a standard response, standard alibi that we get. What should we do?
Also the alibi that the Election Commission gives. Since you
let Abha Singh respond.
They are also asking for a formal complaint on an affidavit.
Who says I challenge? Nikhil, let me speak. See, formal complaint. Here I beg to differ. We all know women don't have the courage to come forward, because the women who've come forward have disappeared mysteriously, or they've been acid thrown on them, or something or the other. So when he says that I challenge, means he is threatening these women that don't come forward, keep quiet. If for stray dogs, suo motu cognizance can be taken by the apex court, then why is the police sitting quietly? Why is it waiting for written complaint? What does the law says? It says even a verbal information of a crime committed is enough to register an FIR. So what is the political pressure on Kerala police that it is just looking at everything? Why it is not started acting, collect the evidence and put this man behind bars? So that is what is important. And as you said, the correct action, in fact, all politicians, the brazen manner in which they are violating the law of the land clearly shows that rule of law is not being upheld where women are concerned. We talk of empowering women, but pan-India, you see, either there are politicians watching pornography in the house, or they are doing something, I don't want to take names, but of every party, you have politicians who have some way or the other misbehaved with women. So let the police be neutral, give them the freedom to investigate. And if you are not guilty, if you say these are allegations, let the inquiry be done. And then let the police close the case. We are okay. But if you don't give police free hand, there will be no justice in this country.
In this case, what does the law say if, for whatever reason, official complaints are not being made? Can nothing really be done? Can, some kind of suo motu cognizance not be taken? I mean, what should be the way forward?
Police can register an FIR against unknown persons and start the inquiry.
Okay. Sanju Verma, quick response to what Advocate Nikhil Jain said, then Ravi Srivastava.
And Hina, with no offense to you, if Nikhil has made some allegations, it's only natural that I would want to have an intervention. I don't know why you get so exasperated the moment I raise my finger and say, I want to intervene. It's
Sanju Verma, 1 second. Sanju Verma, I told you that I'm going to give you time to respond. I wanted to go across to Abha Singh. I mean, why do you have to target the anchor every time? I have given you time to respond now, and you want to begin by targeting the anchor for no reason.
I am not
she wants to waste the time so as to not respond on the real issues.
1 second.
Nikhil had a long run.
No, I am giving you also time to respond. No, I did not go to Ravi Srivastava. I told told you I will give you time to respond, and I'm giving you time to respond.
Can you please respond on the
Sanju
allegations
Verma,
against your party?
Sanju
Stop
Verma,
targeting the anchor.
Advocate Nikhil Jain, 1 second. Sanju Verma, I told you, allow me to go to Abha Singh. It's a debate that I'm moderating. I said I will come back to you. I have come back to you. Now you don't have to target me for no reason. Please make your point, Sanju Verma.
Let me make one thing very clear, Hina Gambhir. I am going to make my point. I think Abha Singh made excellent points. I wanted to listen to her intervention. But the problem is that when
But Sanju Verma, nobody is interrupting. If I did not want you to make your point, I wouldn't have come to you.
Can I please come in? Thank you.
I have been asking you to make your point.
You and me. Yes, I'm going to make my point. Now, please don't interject and ensure Nikhil Jain
Then you
doesn't
stop
take
targeting me,
in the
Sanju
studio.
Verma. Unnecessarily, you are targeting me.
Hina Gambhir, I'm not targeting you. Now let me make my
No,
point.
Sanju Verma, unnecessarily you are targeting me. I am giving you time to make your point, but you don't want to make your point.
Yes. Hina Gambhir, let me make my point now. I heard you. Thank you. My first point to Nikhil Jain is this. He said that sexual molestation or assault or cyber stalking cannot be compared with gang rape or rape. Now, one of the three women, Avantika Vishnu, who's a trans woman, has said that Rahul Mankutatthi had sexual relations with her over a long period of time and he forced himself upon her, and she said, I'm afraid he will use his power to destroy evidence, afraid that it will finally come down to my word versus his, because he is a famous politician. So we are talking not just of cyber stalking, we are talking of a rape, allegedly by a youth Congress leader. The second point, Hina, is this. The second point, Hina, very quickly is this.
That's a
Can
lie.
I please finish, Mr. Srivastava?
She's not alleged rape.
Hina, can I please
Sanju,
finish?
stop lying. She's not alleged rape. She's not alleged rape. You can't come on national television and lie like that.
Okay, 1 second.
Just because you want to save your
Nikhil, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, calm down. All of you, please calm down. 1 second. 1 second. Nikhil, 1 second. Ravi Srivastava ji, 1 second. Sanju Verma, quickly finish your point and then I'll go across to Ravi Srivastava. Yes.
Hina, my simple point is this, that there is a Congress ex-Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot just ahead of the Rajasthan Assembly elections in 2023. A Dalit woman was gang raped in Alwar. On the floor of Rajasthan Assembly, this is publicly documented. Ashok Gehlot, mocking the victim, said, "अरे ये जो दलित महिलाएं हैं ना, इनको कुछ ना कुछ अपना काम करवाना होता है, तो इनके पास जब कोई चारा नहीं होता, ये जो उच्च कोटि के लोग हैं, उन पर ये."
Okay, I believe Sanju, you've made your point. Now let me get Ravi Srivastava to respond. He wanted to come in, and then I'll go across to S. Balan and then Advocate Nikhil Jain. Ravi Srivastava.
I have got a single point to make, and that is name the BJP leader who, on making the allegation for the rape or the sexual assault, has resigned on the very first day. Name the leader. Name the person to me.
Okay.
You don't
So
have
you said you just
people
have one point to make. You've made that point. Sanju, you want to respond?
The court orders only show me one person who has resigned. Not one. Not one. I repeat it. Not one has resigned.
Okay. Now we are moving here and there. Now, coming back to 1 second. We are talking about an important case here. Okay, 1 second. Now, Advocate Nikhil Jain, before I go across to Mr. S. Balan, you've been saying since the beginning of this debate that this Congress MLA Rahul has resigned on, moral grounds. But there are some contradictory statements that we've seen coming in from the Congress party only. V.D. Satishan says that he was asked to step down. On the other hand, AICC General Secretary in charge of Kerala had said that he stepped down on moral grounds. You also seem to agree with what the General Secretary in charge said. You said he resigned on. You said he resigned on moral grounds. You said he resigned on moral grounds. We've got 5 people, on the debate. I mean, he said he resigned on moral grounds.
I did not. I don't intend to.
I heard he resigned.
I don't intend to defend anybody.
Nikhil Jain said he resigned on moral grounds. Abha Singh.
Hina, if he had any morality, if he had any any morality, he would have not committed the offences which these women are talking
I
about.
never said that. I
so
said
let
he's
us
been
not
asked
talk
to
of moral
step down.
grounds. These politicians, the ones who are facing these allegations, have no morality. So let us not try to glamorize them by saying on moral grounds. These
But
are shameless
not what I
speakers
said.
who find helpless women and then pounce on them.
Not what I said. I
sad that
asked he
he's
was
still
asked to
outside
step
making
down. I
statements,
said he was asked
and there
to
are
step down.
politicians who are trying to cover them up. Why are the spokesperson trying to cover up these rapists or molesters?
Ma'am, I am not.
Molestation is also not something light.
I am
Sitting
not
in a
doing
position
that.
of power, if you are molesting women, it is shameful.
Okay.
It
Okay.
is
let us
indeed
not
shameful,
defend
and I
irrespective of
always
any
said
party.
he's been
A
asked
criminal
to
is a
step
criminal.
down. I never
Let
said
the
that he
rule of law
resigned on
be
moral
upheld.
ground.
Okay,
I never said moral ground.
Okay, strangely, Mr. Balan, contradictory statements coming there from the party, a party that talks about women empowerment, ladki hu, lad sakti hu, and on the other hand, here no word really coming in. Instead, what we've seen is victim shaming taking place. Is that the way to go forward? Why is left now not holding protests against the Congress party? Why is left not asking its own ally in the INDIA bloc that some action should be taken against this person?
Wait. See, my point is, Kerala police can register suo motu complaint and start investigation. Not necessary that there must be a complaint. There are so many precedents. That's number one. Number two, BJP makes many hue and cry. First, let them keep their house in order before pointing fingers towards others. In Karnataka, for the last 40 years, there has been rapes, murders, and mass burials. But BJP is not protesting. BJP tries to shield the culprits. Next is an attempt is made by the Congress to decriminalize the culprit and criminalize the innocent victim. That is not acceptable. So nobody can raise their little finger against the woman. There are 9 complaints against this Rahul. He appears to be habitual abuser. He is a serial abuser. There are 9 complaints. All that cannot be fake. It is a serious matter. The police failed to register a case. 0 FIR can be registered. Suo motu FIR can be registered. It can be investigated. Why the law enforcement agency and the government of Kerala is keeping quiet when an allegation is coming from 9 different women from different period of time, that serial abuse, and is targeting the innocent victims. That is not acceptable. He has no moral or political right to continue as a MLA. He shall be arrested based on suo motu FIR. He has to be subjected to custodial interrogation, giving comfortness to the victims to approach the police. Women protection law should be pressed into service. It's an abuse of women. It is condemnable.
Okay, I want to give closing comments. I want to give time for closing comments to all the panelists here. Let's start with Advocate Nikhil Jain. I'm completely out of time. 10 seconds each. Yes.
The only point that I wanted to make was that from the start of the debate, I've said that there should be an internal investigation against this MLA. If he's done something wrong, he should be sacked from the party, put behind bars. There has been an interim action against him. However, the BJP spokesperson is yet to say anything similar for Brij Bhushan or any of the other people who are not in jail yet. She has not admitted that there should be an investigation against Brij Bhushan. Let her say that. Let her say that.
Sanju Verma, 10 seconds.
Thank you. Hina, let me make one thing very clear. Nikhil Jain may be having selective amnesia. On umpteen debates, I have said if Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is guilty, let him face capital punishment. The Delhi police had filed an 1100-page charge sheet. The case went to the court. He is out on bail. The case is still not over. So Nikhil Jain cannot decide whether Brij Bhushan is guilty or not.
Is he out of the BJP?
Okay, Nikhil, 1 second. Let's finish the point.
Shut up, I did not heckle you. Hina, my final point is only this. Archana Gautam, when will she get justice? Jessica Lal, she did not get justice. Himani Narwal did not get justice. Did not get justice. Sukanya
Singh sent his brother to the Rajya Sabha.
Apparently
You sent his brother to the Rajya Sabha.
Gandhi apparently raped
You
Sukanya
sent
Singh.
Manu Sharma's brother
Rahul
Kartikeya
Gandhi
Sharma to the
apparently
Rajya
raped
Sabha.
Sukanya
Your
Singh.
ministers praised him in the Rajya Sabha.
Abha Singh, you heard the politicians, you heard the representatives of the political parties. What will you say? Do you think ever we will see the situation changing?
You know, crime has no color. It should not be defended either on Congress lines or on BJP lines. Women's safety is the highest agenda which should be for all political parties. So if their members are committing crime, let them put them behind bars and tell the country, give the women the confidence that even if they are people in power, action would be taken. So that is what is important. I don't want spokesperson defending any of the molesters or rapists, even if they are their party members. If they have committed a crime against women, let them face the music. Let them go behind bars. Let the police get a free hand to take action.
Okay.
Let the women know that they are not just lip service when they say we are empowering women. Actually empower them, make them safe.
Right. Mr. S. Balan, you were quite candid. What will be your closing comments? 10 seconds only, please.
My comment, these women abusers shall be subjected to psychotic analysis. Only psychopaths, psych and mentally disturbed person, schizophrenia, bipolar, these type of persons are psychic persons. They all should be subjected to psychological examination. This is my comment.
Okay. Mr. Ravi Srivastava, closing comments, 10 seconds only.
Yeah. This trans woman, Vishnu, she has said that she has known Mr. Rahul since last 3 years. And if she had this kind of inclinations that he is a sexual predator or he is a bad character, she had ample of opportunity to make a complaint, which she did not do. But the fact is, now let the
Can I
inquiry
come
be
in
there.
on that point, Mr. Ravi Srivastava, with due respect? She had also mentioned that she alerted Congress leaders about this, but no action was taken. Let's not indulge in victim shaming, sir, please.
That is her
That's
statement.
the last thing
That
we
is her
expect.
statement. That is her statement. You can't be in a relationship for 3 years.
I mean, come on. That's the
It's a
worst
3
possible
years.
argument you can make, Mr. Ravi
It's a 3
Srivastava.
years.
Victim shaming. I mean,
She has
seriously.
worked for 3 years.
Seriously,
She could have made it.
initially
She
you
could have
said,
made a
you know, Congress.
could have made a police complaint.
Mr.
Why
Ravi
not?
Srivastava, criminal law does not say that if you have complained after 3 years, it will not be taken as a crime.
No, nobody
We all
says
know
so.
that women have
Take
kept
it.
quiet because of
Take the
fear,
complaint.
shame,
If
or
in the
whatever it is, stigma,
inquiry is
shame.
found
So
guilty,
please
you
do not
hang
say
it.
that for 3
There
years
is
she
no
kept
problem.
quiet, so it is not
Nobody
a
is
crime.
defending
I
it.
beg to differ.
Even if
Nobody
the
is
investigation
defending it.
hasn't happened yet, one can't indulge in victim shaming at this stage, Mr. Ravi Srivastava. I mean, okay. I'm completely out of time. But we'll be tracking this story closely ahead as well. For now, thank you very much, all of you, for joining us here on debate number 1. Heading into a short break, we'll be back soon with debate number 2. Stay with us.
The News Hour Special Edition.